I'm Nana Farika. The time has come for the lioness to tell her story from her viewpoint and tell the world who Queen Omega is. This is the lion's voice.
A lot of brethren are dealing with women because them like her. She look good, she round. So you chase after her and over time you'll convince her that you're the proper brethren. And so really she doesn't tolerate the eye or she'll give a try. No. You want a woman that is into the eye. She's enamored. She's fascinated by the eye. She's intrigued by the eye. The eye make up her world. She feel like she has won the lotto being with the eye. That is the sister that you want as your queen. That is your queen that the Almighty sent to the eye. Anything less than that, my brother, you're inviting problems because she fall into love with you. She fall out of love. We want to stand in that love.
Well, lion voice, tell them that's the people first choice. Lion voice, make the lioness them feel nice. Lion voice, with the lion cubs we sacrifice. Lion voice, got to show the people them the life. Lion voice. Well, Haile Selassie the first of the Almighty. And this is the Dejazmatch Kwasi. And the mission, that's the restoration of the black family. Yeah. Who ja bless me, say no one curse. Black woman, it's time to merge. Black redemption, we're on the verge. Well, I don't care what you heard. Haile Selassie first, him no second or third. Cause even when their lines are blurred, the eye stands straight, no bend, no curve. And him give you the love you deserve. Him don't come fi dominate, him come fi serve. Showed us the way home, I live his words. But I can't do it alone, so black woman, let's merge. Hightal, sip and herbs, we merge. Massage, we calm her nerves, we merge. Together all demon purge, we merge. Another family emerge, we merge.
Greetings in that divine name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I. Glory and honor in the name of his chosen queen, Empress Waziri Menen. My name is Kwasi Bansu, aka the Dejazmatch Kwasi, aka Ras Kwasi, aka the Reading Ras, aka the Pan-African Happy Man, creative industry attorney. I'm an artist, I'm an author, I'm an actionist, and right now I am the host of the Lion's Voice. Welcome to the Lion Voice Network, and welcome to the network that is cultivating the Rastafari man to lead prosperous Rastafari future. Welcome to Women's History Month. It is March. We are flooding the algorithm with content geared toward the Rastafari woman. We have a slew of interviews with dynamic Rastafari sisters that we will be bringing to the platform this month. So if you have not subscribed yet, please go ahead and subscribe to the platform. We are the #1 platform on the internet as it relates to content from Rastafari women. There is no other platform online where the lionesses have been telling their story more than the Lion Voice Network. So we're very happy about that. Give thanks to the Almighty that we could serve that role. However, we have a reality that the majority, according to the analytics of the platform, are brethren. Brethren are the main people who are subscribed to the platform. And so this month we're going to do a little balance, make sure that we balance the content. So today's episode, we are going to talk about 5 things for brethren to look for in their queen, because you have to have a good queen, and one of the greatest things that we can do for our Rastafari sisters is to be powerful, supportive kings to the queens. So part of that is making sure that you select the right queen, and a lot of us get into problems because we do not select the right queen. So today we're going to talk about that selection process. And remember, over here at the Lion Voice, we're cultivating the Rastafari man to lead a prosperous Rastafari future. That is one of our taglines over here. And that means selecting a queen that's going to complement you, to be a helpmate on the accomplishment of your purpose. Because over here we say purpose over pum pum. Over here we say that brethren have to determine their purpose before they find a queen. The order is to identify your relationship with the Almighty. Seek ye first the kingdom of the Almighty and all his righteousness, and all things shall be added. So the foundation is always that foundation, that rock, spiritual center. You seek the Almighty. Once you seek the Almighty, how do I serve the Almighty in a way that uses my unique talents and gifts? So the Almighty has blessed each of us with unique talents and gifts. The key is to identify those talents and gifts and find out how you serve the Almighty. Once you have identified, you're on your path to purpose, now you can begin vetting your helpmate, because you're going to need assistance to carry out that divine work. So in the vetting of your helpmate, I'm going to give you 5 things to look for. And remember, I have some qualification. I've been with my queen over 20 years, continuous without interruption. I've known my queen since high school. We had a brief separation, but from 96, I know my queen and I deal with diamond queen. So I have qualifications. I know what it takes to be in a long-term relationship, and the queen is still here. We're still blossoming. We're just getting started. Everything nice. So this is why I feel incumbent to share that history. My parents are also together. They just celebrated their 52nd anniversary. Big up Paul Clark, my father, a general who has set an example that, is a great example for a young man like myself to follow. Not so young again, but you know what I mean? And I'm be training my son in the same thing. So 5 things that you should look for in a queen. We're going to get through it very quickly. Number 1, hold on. Before I go into the list, I almost forgot to big up the Lion Pride. How could I forget that? Big up the Lion Pride. How do you become a part of the Lion Pride? If you subscribe, you are part of the Lion Pride. Big up the Lion Pride on Patreon. We have members of the Lion Pride that have gone above and beyond, who are now investing their financial resources, 5, 10, 25. You choose the level per month to support independent Rastafari media. The mics that I'm using were purchased by the Lion Pride on Patreon. We're going to use them to purchase a camera. We have all kind of plans. We're going to upgrade. This thing is not going to stop people. Once you see Iman put up over 500 pieces of content on the internet, you know, say it's a serious thing. We're going to continue to build this until it becomes a state-of-the-art production. Rastafari, we want us to feel proud of ourselves, to see ourselves in different ways, whether it's documentaries, animation, feature films. We want to produce Rastafari content here on the Lion Voice Network. We want to tell Rastafari and Pan-African stories here on the Lion Voice Network. So stay tuned, make sure you follow the movement, and also make sure you go to the website. Make sure that we have your email. We can get banned off of YouTube, IG, Facebook, all of these platforms at any time. They decide we burn the fire too hot. We can get thrown off of the platform. We just sent out our 3rd newsletter to all of the people who we have their email. So the newsletter just is a hub that makes sure that you know everything that we have going on within this Lion Voice movement. So make sure that we have your email. If you have not gone to the website, drop your email. You also, in exchange for your email, will get the creative ecosystem outline. We are creating an ecosystem model for all content creators. So that's really what you see that Iman is doing, is to create this ecosystem model, and we're building the network and creating a direct-to-consumer model that is crucial for every content creator. So make sure you tap in with the Dejazmatch Kwasi ecosystem. Make sure that we have your email so you can get the newsletter. I want to big up Damien Junior Gang Marley, because when I look through the people who are signed up and me see, you know, the Damian Marley website, the info at, you know what I mean, Damian Marley, sign up, legitimate website, but go and check it, make sure. So I don't know if it's Damian Marley or someone from the team, but I have to say salute, big up from the support. This is going to be something that, you know, you're going to look forward on the uprising of the Lion Voice Network and say, give thanks. It's unprecedented because we can do it all on YouTube in front of the people. The cost of entry into the marketplace has never been like this, family. So we're going to take advantage and make sure that Rastafari voice has spoken. I tell everyone, my superpower is the network. I don't think there's anyone who has a network like and I want to share it with the family. Big up Dr. Chenzira. We just dropped her episode. If you have not watched this dynamic, powerful leader, professor at the University of the Virgin Islands, we just dropped her interview. We didn't get a chance to go live with Dr. Shelley, Queen Shelley Dawn Greaves, on Thursday because of Wi-Fi issues. I did do the interview pre-recorded, so we'll have that up on the channel. We have an interview coming up with one's coming up. We'll drop the announcement. Powerful sistren. So again, this is all because of the network. You know, I've been out in the field over 2 decades dealing with Rastafari work. So when I come to YouTube, it's not some brethren who lock up in him room and just decide him one black sound. No, I'm a brethren that has been in the field, and I come from a generation where we didn't want to record anything. We didn't want nobody to know what we are doing. And when I look forward, I say, boy, I wish I had this revelation sooner, because there's so much works that we didn't get to cover. There are so many brethren who have passed away, whose story that we would have loved to capture for the family. However, we're here now, so we're not going to dwell on it too much. Big up Ramia King Design, Ras LIDJ, big up yourself. Ras LIDJ is getting ready to launch out his channel, so we'll have him here to talk about his channel and his production. Powerful works, again, another ecosystem rising. And of course, we're going to connect them, because that is what this is all about. Big up CMOS Life, Ras Woolley, working to bring CMOS as a global brand. Big up Ras Woolley, CMOS Life, supporting the platform. Big up everyone who, again, you know, whether you're watching, maybe you can't afford to become part of our inner circle on Patreon. Maybe you're watching, maybe you can only afford a couple of months. You come in and you leave. To everyone, I just want the item to know it's an attitude of gratitude. We are very thankful. We're not going to stop, and we're going to continue to elevate the content here on the Lion Voice Network. All right, so housekeeping is out of the way. Let's talk about the 5 things to look for in a queen. Number 1, she has to love the Almighty Creator. If she is not obedient to the Most High, if she is not seeking that in her life to subject herself to some order and some principle divinely, how is she going to listen to the I, my brethren? This is a recipe for disrespect if you find someone who don't have that balance within them. So first thing, just like for yourself, we say seek ye first the kingdom of the Almighty, and all things shall be added. Same so it go when you're choosing a queen. Make sure that she love the Almighty, and not because you say she must love the Almighty and she will try to impress the eye within that moment there. But make sure that she does these things for her own trad, her own levity. That's important. And you will identify these sistren along your trad. We don't chase women, and we'll get to that later. So is along the path that you will encounter these sistren, and as you observe them, make sure say number one, she loved the Almighty, crucial, and then we can work from there. Number two, make sure that she is willing to cooperate with your purpose. You want a woman with a cooperative irate. That means she's not trying to give you opposition. Everything you say is foolishness. You say make a left, she say make a right. You say go up, she say go down. If you're in this back and forth and it's difficult to just even convince her that your way is correct, that means she don't really trust your guidance, your leadership. And that is not your queen. It might be an Isla queen and you have chemistry on every other level. But if there is not that cooperation toward your purpose, meaning that she sees your mission and she is excited and motivated to help the eye to reach that destination, it might be a great sister. And this is where we get caught up, because sometimes we'll connect and there's great sister, but she dep on her own thing, me dep on my thing, but we just laugh and we get good vibes and end up dugo youth meet is born, and then everything mash up because she was never really on the eye purpose. The eye was never really checking what her purpose was, so it become a clash. So make sure she's cooperative, irate in general, because you want a cooperative sister, and then make sure she's cooperative to your purpose. That's number two. Number three, make sure she have skills and competence. I do not recommend that you wife a girl if she too highty flighty, up in the clouds. She don't get things finished. She don't have focus. Might be a sister again, but if she hasn't demonstrated a level of skill and competence, then that means she's not a wife material. Why? She's the mother of your children. So that indecisiveness, that up in the clouds, that not finished, all of that going transfer to the caretakers of your children when decisions have to be made. All of these things, you give yourself extra work. You're with someone who doesn't have the ability to execute on things, to organize. Most of the time, brethren, we need that strength ourselves, someone to make sure we're following through, someone to keep us in line. So if the sister is not bringing that to the table, that can be a major problem. So skills and competence crucial, because ultimately she's a helpmate and should be there to help you to accomplish your divine purpose. If she doesn't have the skills and the competence, that's going to be very difficult. So you have to make these hard decisions. Number four, this woman should be fit and feminine. And when we say fit and feminine, healthy body, making sure that she loves to exercise, she invests in her eating, how she move. Why? Because she's also, again, the mother of your children, potentially. She is going to be the one cooking the meals in a lot of situations. So if she's not making healthy meals, for many of us, ital is the standard. If she's not ital, that's going to mean that your children going to get this levity. So you have to keep that in mind. Now, people can look at Empress Menen and say Empress Menen was heavy set. Fitness doesn't have to be a factor. And we have a lot of sisters who are heavy set. But let us also be clear that Empress Menen had health challenges. If we look at the royal princesses, we notice that all of them were fit and feminine. Now, despite Empress Menen health challenges, if you were trying to rank her femininity, you couldn't find a chart where have enough ratings. Empress Menen exuded feminine essence, that nurturing, that strength. And in the West, remember that they try to make femininity synonymous with weak. And that is furthest from the truth. We know as Africans, feminine women are powerful women. Femininity is the power of the earth, the balance to the masculine, So you need a feminine woman in all things, That means, again, goes with the cooperation, the receiving, the nurturing, A feminine woman can take anything and grow it and multiply it, because that is the nature of woman. That is the nature of Mother Earth. You know what I mean? She take the seed and she multiply the seed and food for, that is the essence of femininity. If a woman is combative, natural, that she's in her masculine, and you don't want to deal with women when they're in their masculine, because naturally as men, iron sharpen iron, with butt heads, we clash, sometimes we fight, war, them thing there. You don't want that in your palace. There should be one king, one queen, and you trod within that cooperative irates. And remember, in chess, the queen is one of the most valuable pieces on the chessboard. King has to rely on his queen for defense, for a whole heap of things, offense, depending on the game and the situation. If the king goes down, the whole game done. So, king is the head, queen is crucial. So make sure that you are dealing with her sister, fit and feminine, and also she has to take care of the youth them. You want a woman that's gonna live long, that's not gonna have a lot of health issues, and all of these things. So, seek that out, and you need to model that yourself. So you yourself should be fit and masculine, so that you can attract fit and feminine. This was also one of the talking points for the manosphere brother named Kevin Samuels, which was a very polarizing brethren, used to block the sound there. And this is why we agree with enough of the sound then, because it is truth. It is of a truth. You know what I mean? Fitness is important. Femininity is important to most brethren. So these are things that you should look for. And I have a video on the channel where I talk about 10 things that Rastafari agree with Kevin Samuels, 10 things that Rastafari have different than Kevin Samuels. And you can see, and that video was made before the brother passed, and when him passed, prophecy, a lot of the things when we say we never agree, you see it manifest. And this is why I say Rastafari undefeated, stand alone. Once you hold to this liberty, you'll be able to see the good in everything, and you'll be able to see the negative in everything as well. So Rastafari, fit and feminine, remember. So what did I say before the big countdown to the number 5? Number 5 is so important. I'm gonna get there. But first I said faith in the Almighty, number 1. Cooperative to the purpose, number 2. Number 3, competence and skill. So important. Number 4, fit and feminine. Number 5 is, and a lot of people underestimate number 5. Number 5 is make sure that this young lady is into the eye. A lot of brethren are dealing with women because them like her. She look good, she round. So you chase after her, and over time you'll convince her that you're the proper brethren. And so really she doesn't tolerate the eye, or she'll give a try. No. You want a woman that is into the eye. She's enamored. She's fascinated by the eye. She's intrigued by the eye. The eye make up her world. She feel like she has won the lotto being with the eye. That is the sister that you want as your queen. That is your queen that the Almighty sent to the eye. Anything less than that, my brother, you're inviting problems, because she fall into love with you. She fall out of love. We want to stand in that love. Make sure this woman is into the eye. She loves the eye without the eye having to convince. The work should be the convincing. The purpose, when she see the eye on the eye grind and on the move, that should be enough to cause that energy and that attraction. And she should demonstrate that. If you call her sister and she always busy, she not really into the eye. You try come up with things and she's disagreeable. She not really into the eye. So these are the things that you have to look for. 5 things. Let me know if I'm talking sense. If I'm not talking sense, brethren, put it in the comments. What other things to look for in a queen? Put it in the comments. Let's have the conversation. It's Women's History Month. We're celebrating the Rastafari woman, the black woman, the Pan-African woman this month. And we are making sure that we select the right woman. So tap in, let us know, give thanks for the support. We are bringing women to the fore, flooding the algorithm. Why? Because the time has come for the lions and the lionesses to tell our own story. And this is the Lion's Voice.
Lion voice. Well, Haile Selassie the first of the Almighty. And this is the Dejazmatch Kwasi. And the mission, that's the restoration of the black family. Yeah. Who Jah bless me, say no one curse. Black woman, it's time to merge. Black redemption, we're on the verge. Well, I don't care what you heard. Haile Selassie first, him no second or third. Cause even when their lines are blurred, the eyes stand straight, no bend, no curve. And him give you the love you deserve. Him don't come fi dominate, him come fi serve. Showed us the way home, I live his words. But I can't do it alone, so black woman, let's merge. High tall, sip and herbs, we merge. Massage fi calm her nerves, we merge. Together all demon purge, we merge. Another family emerge, we merge. We spoke and no speech was slurred, we merge. We agreed that Babylon's absurd, we merge. We had pain, now we feel cured, we merge. Hail the king, now she conquered. Well, I don't care what you heard. Haile Selassie first, him no second or third. Cause even when their lines are blurred, the eyes stand straight, no bend, no curve. And him give you the love you deserve. Him don't come fi dominate, him come fi serve. Showed us the way home, I live his words. But I can't do it alone, so black woman, let's merge. We met, something was stirred, we merge. Can't forget things that occurred, we merge. Take plane and start fly like bird, we merge. Friends and family observe, we merge. Them a spend while we conserve, we merge. From our goals we were not deterred, we merge. Till our energy transferred, we merge. Now our memories converge.